Hello everyone, and welcome to my Update US Gossip channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. I don't think Sister Wives Robyn Brown is the problem in her marriage. Robyn Brown, star of Sister Wives, has been viewed by viewers as the family's villain for a long time. However, I am of the opinion that she is most vilified for shielding Kody Brown from his bad behavior. The viewers of Sister Wives have had the opportunity to get to know Robyn and Kody in almost every stage of their relationship during the show's run. While Kody and Robyn started the show as newlyweds who were still getting to know each other and their lives together, things have changed over time and shown that their relationship is just as hard and kind as they care for each other. During Sister Wives Season 19, viewers have had the chance to see Kody and Robyn's marriage in a whole new light. It has been fascinating to observe what it is like to live in monogamy, despite the fact that the couple has been open about their difficulties since Kody's ex-wives Christine Brown, Janelle Brown, and Mary Brown chose to leave him behind. While many have examined Kody's relationships with his former wives over the past few years, his relationship with his current wife is frequently criticized. While Robyn's sometimes difficult, she may not be the sole problem. Although Kody's often seen as the biggest villain on Sister Wives, Robyn is typically seen as a close second. Some people think Robyn is the bigger bad guy, but I often think that's more because of how she plays Kody than because of how she acts in general. Robyn has been best known for playing the victim in important scenes on Sister Wives, attempting to show that she is a member of the family and eliciting sympathy at the same time. Despite the fact that Robyn has been called out for years for playing the victim, she has been doing so for Kody's benefit. Rather than Kody taking all of the blame for his evil behavior, Robyn prefers to play the victim in order to divert attention away from her husband and share the blame. Robyn has been doing her part to try to share some of the backlash, knowing that Kody has been receiving the smoke for years. While Kody's often struggled with the negative attention, Robyn's able to move through the negativity with ease, which makes it easier for her to play the victim for her husband. While Robyn's often playing the victim for selfish reasons, there's a possibility that she's doing so for selfless reasons, as well. Robyn's consistent victim behavior has been obvious for years, but her genuine love for Kody makes it abundantly clear that she frequently prioritizes Kody in difficult situations. Kody's relationships with his children are one of the most significant areas in which Robyn has played the victim, inserting herself to make herself appear the villain. In making herself more of a villain, Robyn's making herself look worse to the kids while Kody, objectively, looks a bit better. Robyn gets blamed for Kody's poor behavior. Although Robyn may be moving through some of her victim behavior for Kody's advantage, she's often taking the blame for that behavior in the public. Not only is she getting blamed for Kody's actions by their family, Robyn gets run through the mud by Sister Wives viewers. Robyn is frequently blamed for being directly involved in the decision that Kody makes, despite the fact that her behavior also gets her in hot water with fans. With most Sister Wives viewers seeing Robyn as a victim, it's clear that she's doing a lot more than people expect to protect her husband. For decades, Sister Wives has chronicled the intricate and often turbulent lives of the Brown family, a household where personal conflicts, power struggles, and shifting alliances are part of the everyday landscape. Throughout its run, viewers have witnessed how complex dynamics among Kody Brown and his wives have often spilled over into very public controversies. Among these, the treatment of certain key family members has consistently been a point of debate. In recent seasons, a narrative has emerged in which Mary Brown, one of the original wives, appears to have the final word in a series of disputes, ultimately getting the last laugh as Kody is held accountable for decisions that many believe have marginalized or hurt the interests of other family members. Mary's journey on the show has been one of quiet resilience. In the early seasons, she was often depicted as a stabilizing presence, a voice of reason amid the chaos of managing a multi-wife household. Over time, however, as the dynamics evolved and as conflicts over finances, property, and personal loyalty intensified, Mary's role began to shift. Viewers noticed that, while other wives might have remained silent or reactive in the face of Kody's controversial decisions, Mary increasingly found her voice. Her growing willingness to speak out against perceived injustices eventually led to moments where she directly challenged Kody's authority. In one particularly charged sequence, after a series of decisions that appeared to favor newer alliances and sidelined the interests of the original wives, Mary's comments resonated deeply with many fans. Her statement, and the subsequent fallout, was widely interpreted as a turning point, where she no longer tolerated what she saw as Kody's unilateral decision-making and the long-standing pattern of deflecting accountability. Critics of Kody's leadership have long argued that his management style, which often relies on subtle deflection and the maintenance of a carefully curated public persona, has had a negative impact on the family's internal cohesion. Over the years, there have been multiple instances where Kody's decisions, ranging from financial maneuvers to choices about property like Coyote Pass, have ignited fierce debates among the wives and even within the broader fan community. Many supporters of the original wives have contended that Kody's behavior has consistently prioritized his own vision of family management, often at the expense of transparency and fairness. Mary's outspokenness, in this light, is seen as a courageous rejection of a system that has too often left the voices of those who have been with the family from the start sidelined. The accountability that Kody eventually faced, as interpreted by fans and commentators, may have come in the form of public rebuke, legal disputes, or simply a gradual shift in the internal dynamics of the family. In several instances on the show, moments have been captured where Kody appears to be forced into apologizing or reconsidering his decisions after being confronted by other family members. These moments are significant not only because they represent a departure from his previously unchallenged authority but also because they signal a potential rebalancing of power within the household. For viewers, the idea that Kody gets held accountable is both vindicating and, at times, a bittersweet reminder of the ongoing struggles within the Brown family. Behind the scenes, the narrative is even more complex. The world of reality television is one in which editing and production decisions play a crucial role in shaping public perception. In many cases, the last laugh attributed to Mary may have been amplified by selective editing, cutting together moments of defiance from her with instances where Kody's responses appeared contrite or forced. While these techniques are standard practice in reality TV, they can sometimes blur the line between genuine emotion and produced drama. Nonetheless, for fans who have followed the family's journey closely, the pattern is clear. Mary has steadily transformed from a quiet supporter into a vocal advocate for fairness, and her evolution has come at a time when long-standing grievances within the family have reached a tipping point. The broader cultural implications of this shift are significant. In today's media environment, where authenticity is highly valued, the idea that a long-standing figure like Kody can be publicly challenged by someone who was once seen as a secondary player resonates deeply with audiences. It speaks to a growing desire for leadership that is accountable and for narratives that reflect the complexities of real-life relationships rather than simplistic portrayals of power. For many viewers, Mary's assertiveness is a breath of fresh air, a signal that even in a high-stakes environment, the voices of those who have been marginalized deserve to be heard. Social media has played an integral role in amplifying this narrative. Fans have taken to platforms like Twitter, Instagram, and dedicated sister wives forums to share their interpretations of key moments, using hashtags such as #MaryGetsTheLastLaugh and #HoldKodyAccountable. These discussions are not only about individual behavior but also reflect broader sentiments regarding fairness, loyalty, and the integrity of personal relationships in a family under constant public scrutiny. The enthusiasm and intensity of these discussions demonstrate that, for many, the Brown family's internal struggles are not merely entertainment, they are reflective of real issues about power, responsibility, and the human need for validation. From a legal and financial perspective, the internal disputes over assets such as Coyote Pass have long been a source of tension within the family. Disagreements over property division, investment decisions, and the overall management of family wealth have periodically erupted into open conflict. Mary's role in these disputes is often framed as that of a principled figure who is unwilling to compromise on what she perceives as fairness. In contrast, Kody's approach has sometimes been characterized by evasiveness and a reluctance to fully engage with the concerns of the original wives. In this context, the accountability that Kody faces is not just a matter of personal pride, it is intertwined with the very real consequences of financial mismanagement and the potential for long-term damage to the family's unity. Looking ahead, the implications for future seasons of Sister Wives are profound. If the trend of accountability continues, it could herald a period of transformation for the Brown family. A more balanced distribution of power and a greater emphasis on transparency might pave the way for healthier relationships and a narrative that emphasizes healing over conflict. However, there is also the risk that unresolved tensions could further destabilize the family dynamic, leading to dramatic cast shakeups or even the end of long-standing relationships. For fans, the hope is that the accountability witnessed in recent episodes will serve as a catalyst for positive change, a turning point that allows the family to move beyond the cycles of blame and toward a more unified, authentic future. In conclusion, the narrative that sister wives Meri Brown gets the last laugh while Kody is held accountable is a multifaceted story that touches on personal transformation, internal family dynamics, and the broader cultural context of reality television. Meri's evolution from a quiet, supportive figure into a vocal advocate for fairness represents a significant shift in the family's narrative, one that challenges the traditional power structures and calls for genuine accountability from its leaders. While the production and editing of the show can sometimes blur the lines between reality and constructed drama, the passionate response from fans underscores a deep-seated desire for authenticity and justice. As the Brown family continues its journey, the legacy of these conflicts will likely shape not only their internal relationships but also the public's perception of what it means to lead, love, and grow in the unforgiving world of reality TV. Whether Kody's accountability marks the beginning of a new era of transparency or further fuels internal divisions remains to be seen, but one thing is clear: the quest for genuine connection and fairness is a narrative that resonates deeply with audiences, and it may ultimately redefine the future of Sister Wives.